There are four major factors to consider, and at the end of this video, you would already know which one works for you based on these four factors we will be listing now. In our recent videos, we've talked about assets and the different type of asset classes. Now that you already know all of the available assets, the key question is which of these should you choose when it is time for you to trade? In this video, we'll be answering that key question for you, and more importantly, we'll be giving you four major factors to consider before you select which asset you should trade on. Of course, I'm Kolade Daniel, and with me is Shola. I will be delving into the topic of the factors to consider when it is time for you to choose your assets. Just like I said earlier, there are four major factors to consider, and at the end of this video, you would already know which one works for you based on these four factors we will be listing out. The most important factor to consider before choosing which asset to trade on is the familiarity, your familiarity with that asset. I think we've spoken about that literally in every video we've done, but Shola will be shedding more light on that in the next couple minutes.
Yes, for familiarity, you need to be sure that you know this asset very well. Like if based on maybe your background in economics or anything, you know about stocks a lot, then you should face stocks because you have an idea of them. And if you are the type that maybe you've been in the crypto world for a while, then you should face crypto because it's good for you to face what you know about very well. So you have to be familiar with whatever you want to trade on so that you don't make decision out of ignorance.
Yeah, fair enough. And just to add to what he said, basically he's saying that, always try to do or focus on a market that you have some little insight about. It is a very common mistake that people make, or because this asset is trending, let me just, follow it, and you really don't know much about it.
No, that is
It
very,
is not
very
a
wrong.
very good strategy to follow. Always make sure you are slightly familiar about it. It gives you better leverage, and you're at a better you're at a better chance of making profit when you are familiar about it. The next key factor to consider is your time. I'm sure you might not know whether you know much about trading or not, but one thing we can all agree about is that when you look at the top forex traders or whatnot, trading is their full-time job.
Yes, a lot of traders, they do it full time.
Yeah.
But if you have a day job, or you want to do it part time, that will determine also the kind of asset you can pick. Like if you have a day job and you are only free at night, then you may not be able to do some foreign currency pairs. That is when you move for over the counter PS OTC, because those ones is available 24/7. But if like you always have like 3 or 4 hours during the day for you to trade, and you can pick like 2 hours or even 1 hour to trade, then you can do the normal currency pairs.
Yeah, true. Just to buttress on what you said, currency pairs usually have a trading time. Different markets have their different trading, periods. So if you are someone, for instance, you do a 9 to 5, you might not have the particular time, to coincide with this trading period. So it might not be the best option for you. Knowing your availability would help you decide which one makes sense for you to go with. And of course, moving on to the next factor, and that is your risk profile and your volatility.
Yes. Are you a risk taker or you are not a risk taker? What is the percentage of the risk that you can take? If you have $100 now, do you think your trade should be $5 or your trade should be $10? Or some people can even put the whole $100 on a single trade, depending on, though it's an highway to a lot of profits and highway to total loss. So depending on the kind of risk that you can take, me as a person with $100, I will still do like $5 to $10. But some other people will say no, it's $1 trade that they will do. So it depends on how your risk appetite is. It is very, very important for you to know that.
Fair enough. And just on a final note, the major or the last key factor to look at is your trading style. So how does that actually affect?
Well, your style styles differs.
Yeah.
Someone like me, if I sit down with my trades and with the indicators I use, within 10 minutes I will know if I should go on with this pair or look for another one.
Why some people prefer the long-term game.
Why some people prefer the long term one, like if you are choosing commodity like oil, you can't really do a short time with oil. You have to take your time, and the trading time will have to be elongated. Some trades can enter like even 3 days or even a week before it gets to your take profit or stop loss. So you need to consider that. Do you even have that time to allow that trade to keep running for a week? Or someone like me that's 5 minutes or 10 minutes max, I want that trade to end.
Yeah.
So
Fair enough. So there you have it. Those are the four main factors for you to consider before choosing which asset to go with. Your time, your trading style, your risk profile, and your familiarity of that asset. When you take all these four factors into consideration, you will be able to know which one suits you best or which one you are more likely to go for, because our work here is to guide you and educate you on what to do when it comes to trading, whether you are a new trader or you're an experienced one at that. If you've not subscribed to our YouTube channel, make sure you do that so you don't miss out on all our future videos. Once again, I'm Kolade Daniel, and this is Shola here with me, and we're saying bye for now.